Alright, okay, let's get started. So I'm starting off with eyeshadow primer. This is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I'm applying this with my ring finger and just going to buff it all over my eyelid area. Taking the Dose of Colors Ice Cream palette. This palette is so pretty. We're going to go ahead and start off, clearly I love this palette. We're going to start off with Berries and Cream. I'm using this in a really big oval shaped paddle brush and just setting my eyeshadow primer. Then we're going to move into the shade Cone, which is a really pretty like taupey shade. I'm taking this on a really big fluffy brush. This is one of the new brushes by Morphe from the Rose Gold collection, and I'm using this all over my crease as a transition shade. And then going in with a slightly darker shade. This one was called Blueberry Swirl. It's pretty much the same kind of taupey color, but a little bit deeper. And this is going to help add depth and definition into the crease area. And I'm first going in with a fluffy brush and just kind of applying it just all around, like where the transition area is, and then going in with a shorter, smaller, denser brush just to really focus the color on the outer corner. And then again, just go back in with that blending brush and just buff everything out. So just depositing and blending pretty much is key with this makeup look here. And then we're going to go ahead and take our lid color. This one is in the color Sherbet. It's a really pretty bronze shade. I'm using another new Morphe brush, and I'm using this to pack all over the eyelid area. And then, yeah, just pack it on. And then taking that shade Hot Fudge, which is a really nice deep brown color. I'm using this again on that really short, dense brush just to focus it on the outer corner of the eye, and then just buffing it out. And then I decided to take a little bit of Lavender Honey, which is just a nice pop of lavender purple shade in the crease. Nothing too crazy, I just wanted it to be a little bit like pop of color somewhere. And then once I've done that, I'm just adding more of that dark brown shade just to really smoke out that outer corner. And then I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Gel eyeliner in just the shade Black, and I start off my liner by doing a wing and then just connecting it to my eyelid area. And then I'm going to be taking these lashes by Blinking Beauté in the style Elo Jello. These are my favorite lashes. You could definitely see the difference. It's amazing. And then we're going to move on to face. So I'm using the LC Radiance Primer. This is a new primer that they came out with. It's super pretty. It's very pearly on the skin and super luminizing, which I'm obsessed with. I'm just using my fingers to rub this all over my skin. And you could see it just gives a really nice natural glow to the skin. And to add more of a glow, I'm using the Stila Aqua Glow Foundation and my Morphe Beauty Sponge just to buff this all over my face. I'm completely obsessed with this like combination of primer slash foundation. It makes your skin look so natural and glowy. Moving on to concealer, I'm taking the Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer. This one I believe is in the shade Y23. It's super light for me, but I actually really like how the shade turned out to be. That way I can just like highlight my under eye area and whatnot. I did find though with this concealer, because it's a little bit thicker than what I'm normally used to in a concealer, it's a little bit harder for me to buff out, but just keep dabbing the beauty sponge back and forth and you should be good to go. It's just patience is all you need with this concealer. Setting the under eye concealer, I'm using the RCMA No Color Powder. I've heard very good things and I actually really like the powder itself. It's amazing. And I'm just using that with my damp beauty sponge to set the under eye area and kind of baking and just right away dusting it off. And then moving on to bronzer, this is the Hoola Benefit. I'm using this new Morphe brush. I think this one, I know off the top of my head, it's R8. It's amazing for contour. It fits perfectly right under the cheekbone, just to make a nice harsh line and just buff it upward in back and forth motion. It reminds me of the NARS Ita brush, and it's really, really good. Taking my Soft and Gentle by MAC Cosmetics, and I'm spraying my brush with the Mario Badescu Rose Water. I'm using this as a base. So it's going to come on a little bit more like I don't know, kind of patchy, just because it's wet product when it's not supposed to be wet because it's powder. So I'm just depositing that. We're using that as a base, and then we're going to go ahead on top with So Hollywood Illuminator by Anastasia. And this is the same paddle shaped brush that I used to set my primer earlier in the video. And I'm using this just for detail highlight, so just to really focus on the tops of the cheekbones, the cupid's bow, and the tip of the nose area. Taking my blush, I'm using the Morphe 9N palette, and I'm taking this middle shade here. It's a really pretty, like, shimmery peachy shade. And I'm using my Morphe E4 to apply this. And then to finish off the eyes, we're going back into Lavender Honey, and I'm taking a pencil brush and just focusing this color on the lower lash line. And then the shade Banana Split is going to be our inner corner highlight. So go ahead and apply that shade as much as you prefer. And then I decided for another pop of color, so I took my Revlon eyeliner in the shade Yellow, I don't know if it has a name, and just lined my waterline. And then to finish off the look, we're taking this lip gloss by NARS Cosmetics. This one is in the shade Chelsea Girls, and that is it for this look. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!